my God! Katt Williams, yes, that Katt Williams, has just dropped a nuclear bomb on Snoop Dogg. And honey, the fallout is everywhere. The internet is literally melting down, and everyone's picking sides in this wild showdown. Can you believe we're watching Snoop, who once had the absolute nerve to blast Donald Trump in his music, now strutting his stuff at Trump's crypto ball? The plot twists in this story are giving me whiplash.
Now, we got to start with something we have been reporting, and it has been attributed to you. A statement out there that you allegedly issued through your publicist apologizing for that routine.
Child, let me tell you something. People have been giving Snoop the side eye for years when it comes to his loyalty game. There's always been whispers and questions about who he really rides for. But now that Katt Williams has thrown his hat into this ring, baby, this tea is brewing stronger than ever. And trust me when I say this isn't just some simple drama. This story goes deep, connecting dots all the way back to Tupac, Suge Knight, and a whole history of controversy that still got people talking.
But you don't apologize for what you said in that stand-up.
I'm not allowed to. As a stand-up, the only thing that I sell is uncensored thought.
Now let's talk about Katt Williams, because this man did not come to play. He came to slay. You know, Katt's never been one to hold his tongue. And baby, when he decided to call out Snoop for this Trump performance, he went all the way in. The way Katt sees it, this isn't just another celebrity making another questionable choice. This is about something much deeper, much more significant. Picture this: Snoop, who used to be out here throwing straight daggers at Trump through his music, is now showing up to perform at Trump's crypto ball like they're old friends at a family reunion. The audacity of it all. Katt basically dragged Snoop's entire journey through the entertainment industry, suggesting that our boy Snoop might just be playing whatever side keeps his bank account looking right. And honey, he did not stutter.
On Instagram, he would go on to write, "Wow, that's what we doing? Trump propping up white supremacy isn't just in his past, Nelly. It's who he still is today." This man called Daniel Penny a hero. He still stands behind his opinion of the exonerated five.
But wait, because this tea is getting even hotter. Katt isn't the only one spilling. Country star John Rich jumped into this mess with both boots on, and child, he brought receipts. He's out here reminding everyone about Snoop's 2017 music video where he was throwing more shade than a palm tree. Now look at him, headlining Trump's event like the past never happened. I mean, talk about a complete 180. And then, as if this pot wasn't already boiling over, Benny Johnson had to stir it up even more. He came through with some major shade about Snoop's apparent MAGA transformation, basically saying what we're all thinking. Follow that money trail, honey. According to Benny, this isn't about building bridges or healing division. It's about building that bank account. The way he broke it down, it's like watching a masterclass in calling someone out without actually calling them out.
This is Snoop Dogg saying, if you all vote for him, you're stupid MFers. This guy's a punk, don't vote for this N-word, don't vote for him.
But hold on to your wigs, because there's more. Snoop wasn't flying solo at this crypto ball. Rick Ross, Soulja Boy, and Nelly were all up in there too. And baby, when I tell you the internet was not having it, the backlash was so fierce, it had everyone questioning everything they thought they knew about loyalty and hip-hop. It's like watching your favorite heroes turn into villains right before your eyes.
We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist.
Now this is where things get really interesting, because it's not just about some performance anymore. People are feeling straight up betrayed. They're looking at these artists like they just caught their best friend dancing with their ex. Some folks are trying to rationalize it, saying it's just part of the game, and sometimes you gotta play it to stay relevant. But Chile, is that really enough of an excuse? When Snoop tried to smooth things over, bless his heart, he came through with all this talk about unity and bringing people together. According to him, this isn't about picking sides or playing politics. It's all business, baby. But is anyone really buying what he's selling?
But I am honored to be performing for the office, for the President of the United States, regardless. Ain't nan another president asked me to perform. Name.
The response to his explanation? Chilly. It was mixed like a DJ's playlist. Some fans were trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, nodding along with his diplomatic approach. But others, They were looking at his history of bold statements against Trump like they were reading receipts from an old relationship. The disconnect between then and now is giving everybody emotional whiplash. And then there's Nelly, trying to keep it professional and diplomatic, talking about respecting the office, regardless of who's sitting in it. He's out here trying to separate the art from the politics like he's performing surgery. But is that even possible in today's world?
I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It's an honor for me to perform for the President of the United States, regardless of who's in office. If President Biden would have asked me to perform, I would have performed.
But hold up, because this drama with Snoop, it's giving everybody deja vu. If you really want to understand why people are so pressed about this, we need to take it back, way back, to the days when Tupac was alive and Suge Knight was running Death Row Records. Trust me, the tea was just as hot back then, if not hotter.
And sometimes it was almost like Snoop wasn't there. He went from the biggest thing in the world to now everybody's talking to Pac.
Let me break down this history lesson for you, because baby, these layers run deep. During the infamous East Coast-West Coast beef, when the tension was thicker than a bowl of cold grits, Snoop did something that had everybody's jaws on the floor. While Tupac was going full warrior mode against Biggie and Puffy, treating it like an all-out war, Snoop was out here in an interview with Angie Martinez calling them his homeboys. Can you imagine the shock?
Did you know that Tupac and Snoop wasn't seeing eye to eye like that before his death? Because you was one of the last people with him before he left for Vegas, because you recorded one of his last songs.
When I tell you Tupac was livid, I mean he was seeing red. According to Spice One, who had a front row seat to all this drama, Pac felt like Snoop had basically taken a knife and stabbed him right in the back. Here's Pac, fighting what he believed was the good fight, putting everything on the line, and Snoop's over here playing Switzerland like it's all good.
Well, he was a little upset over that. He would tell me like, you know, Snoop trying to be cool with him. And at the same time, before I understood what Snoop was going through, I was like, damn, he trying to be cool with him after they shot you up like that in the studio?
But wait, because it gets even juicier. Corrupt later came through with some serious tea about what went down before that tragic night in Vegas where Tupac got shot. According to him, Snoop had told the entire Dog Pound crew to stay away from all the drama. Now, some people might look at that and say it was smart thinking, keeping people safe. But others, they saw it as just another example of Snoop choosing self-preservation over loyalty, ducking and dodging when things got too real. Spice One really put it all in perspective when he started comparing Snoop's actions to Tupac's unwavering commitment. The way Spice tells it, Pac was the kind of person who would stand firm in his beliefs even if he was standing alone, while Snoop had a different approach to survival in the industry.
He probably trying to lay low. You know, he just beat a whole case, man. He was on trial for 25 to life.
And then, as if this story needed more spice, here comes Suge Knight, throwing the mother of all accusations into the mix. He's out here suggesting that Snoop might know more about what happened to Tupac than he's ever admitted. Talk about dropping a bomb. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any messier, 6699 jumps in with his hot take, calling Snoop a snitch. The audacity of it all.
Everything right about him by putting all eyes on me, speaking about him and being real with him. And if it's true what they say, face to face is going to be a lot of explaining to do.
Now, I will say this. Snoop has made some attempts to make things right with Tupac's legacy over the years. He's reached out to both Jada Pinkett Smith and Afeni Shakur, Pac's mama, trying to show some respect and love for his fallen friend. These weren't just empty gestures either. There was real emotion behind them.
Yeah, I heard Snoop, he was real hurt by that, huh?
Hell yeah. Pac was he was our friend. You know, our real friend.
Let me tell you about this absolutely heartbreaking moment that shows just how deep these emotions run. When Snoop visited Pac in the hospital after the shooting in Vegas, he literally fainted at the sight of his friend hooked up to all those machines. It was Afeni who had to help him get it together, telling him those powerful words, "My baby wouldn't want to see you weak." And in a moment that still brings tears to my eyes, she gave Snoop a private moment with Pac to say his goodbyes.
She knew it was a little tension, but she knew how much we loved each other, so she gave us a moment for me to say some things to him as far as how much I love him, but I knew that was going to be my last time.
the story gets even more emotional when you hear about their very last interaction. After that infamous Angie Martinez interview that caused so much tension, they were on a private plane together, and Pac wouldn't even acknowledge Snoop's presence. To this day, Snoop admits that memory still haunts him, still cuts deep like a fresh wound.
You may think it was more people against me, it was more people with me.
Oh, well, we know.
Oh,
Yeah,
but-
I saw that.
That was the strange.
definitely
That
picked
was
up on
just,
that.
thanks, Snoop. You said what we've been wanting to say.
Right.
But you shouldn't have said it like
that.
Yeah. Now here we are in 2024, and it feels like history's doing the cha-cha slide. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This Trump drama has everybody looking at Snoop's past moves in a whole new light. Some are saying it's just Snoop doing what Snoop does best, surviving in an industry that can eat you alive if you're not careful. But as Katt Williams so eloquently puts it, you're either riding or colliding. And here's where it gets really complicated, honey. Trump's actually gaining support in Black communities. So now everybody's looking at Snoop's moves like they're trying to decode the Da Vinci Code. Is this betrayal of his past statements, or is it just smart business in a changing political landscape?
I spoke with Suge Knight recently, who said he used to be a superstar and now he's just a no-limit soldier. What do you say to that?
He used to be a CEO, now he's just an inmate.
David Sachs, the mastermind behind this whole crypto ball situation, is trying his best to spin this like it's not about politics at all. It's about innovation and building bridges. But Katt Williams isn't buying what they're selling. He's looking at this whole situation like it's just another example of how the entertainment industry can make people compromise their principles faster than a hot knife through butter.
But you don't apologize for what you said in that studio, that stand-up.
I'm not allowed to. As a stand-up, the only thing that I sell is uncensored thought. So I'm only selling them the way I think, uncensored.
So here we are, with the million-dollar question hanging in the air like perfume in an elevator. Is Katt Williams exposing some deep, uncomfortable truth about Snoop and the entertainment industry as a whole? Or is this just how the game has to be played in 2024? From the Trump controversy to the old wounds with Tupac and Suge, one thing's for certain. Snoop knows how to keep everybody talking.
Katt Williams joins me now live from Los Angeles. Katt, good morning. Good to have you here with us.
Good morning, TJ. How are you?
I am doing all right.
As this piping hot tea continues to brew and the plot keeps thickening like Grandma's Sunday gravy, we're all left wondering, what would Tupac say about all of this if he was still here? Between Suga's heavy accusations, 6699's shade throwing, and Katt Williams dropping truth bombs like it's World War III, this story is messier than a toddler eating spaghetti. And honey, let me tell you something, this drama is far from over. The way things are unfolding, it's like watching a real-life soap opera, but with higher stakes and bigger names. The questions just keep piling up. Is Snoop really just adapting to survive in an ever-changing industry? Or is Katt Williams shining a light on something deeper, something that speaks to the very soul of hip-hop culture? Spill the tea. We want to hear your thoughts on all this drama. Is Snoop just playing the game like a chess master? Or is Katt Williams spitting facts that need to be heard? Drop those thoughts in the comments below. And don't you dare go anywhere. Because baby, the next story we've got coming up is going to snatch your edges clean off.